It's a podcast. Hi, besties. We're back. Mini episode 5. And of course, it's more book content because you guys love it. Thank you so much.
And now we're sponsored. We have mics. Charot.
Manifesting. Okay, jump down na. Ayan. Bye, girl. So, yeah, we have a little tech upgrade. Feeling talagang legit podcasters na tayo.
Yeah. So, sa mga nagko-comment dyan about the sound, sana na-fix na namin this time.
May kasamang ASMR na.
This was my dream.
Wow.
So, does this mean that if we accidentally shout or something, it's not gonna spike?
Testing.
Okay, we got too excited about that.
Have a new sock participate that looks like Shaun the Sheep. Insert graphic here.
So this is our clingy socks, and it has magnets.
Hawak kamay.
We're not. flexible part.
We're just
Pero,
clingy.
yeah, it holds hands.
Can you see?
Ayan. Because pinapansin yung socks namin, ginagduloy namin.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
The googly eyes, they're watching you, watching us.
So, the category for today's book club is romance novel.
Because romantics na more hopeless than romantic, diba sabi mo?
Like,
Yeah, should. So shall we start off? We've got our reading glasses again.
reading glasses, it has my...
Okay, so...
book mo.
Oh, okay, I'll go first. I only have one physical copy for my lineup because the majority of them I read on out the copies to friends. So, when teen, I started my love of reading because of Twilight.
Same.
The way that series like took over my brain. So I would categorize this series Stiata. I think that's how you say her last name. As like probably a child after the Twilight because it's about werewolves. And Beck really loved this trilogy. So this is the first book of it. It's the Shiver series. So it's about werewolves and a girl falling in love with a werewolf, but she's secretly also a werewolf because she got bitten, but she didn't transition and all this kind of goodness.
But hindi siya nag-transition.
Because her father left her in the car on a summer day and then body temp like went up and she didn't die. I'm like, neglectful parent.
Yeah.
I mean, if
that
wasn't
age
unpacked, but high heat, she never turned. As the winters get colder, she starts to turn, but she's fallen in love with the boy who's also a werewolf. But the thing is, in this lore, wow, talagang deep dive. In this lore, the older that you get and you transition, the longer time you stay a wolf, and then it's harder to transition back to a human. So you end up staying a wolf forever, and it's triggered by the winter. So like as soon as it gets cold, the transition gonna.
Cute. I cannot follow it.
I know.
Wait lang. I'm still stuck on body temperature.
Like it's the turning of becoming a werewolf. So if it gets cold, then your body turns. So it's like the wolves of the winter snow.
Ah, okay.
I thought it was really beautifully written when I was 18 years old. And I just recently reread this earlier this year. As I thought it would. But I think that's something to say, like, books can hold certain times in your life. As a teen, like, the literature that impacts usually the ones that are more for teenagers. That appeal to those teenage emotions. But, I mean, if you're in that age, we have viewers who are in their teens for book lovers too. Maybe you would want to try this series. It's a little bit corny, but if you put that aside nonetheless.
When you were a teen, what did you love about this one? What made you kick your legs in the air while you're reading it in bed?
Boy, he is a poet. Like he really likes Rilke, the German poet, and lyrics. And I just was so deep and romantic. Now I read it and I'm like, it's like cringe. So like looking at her and the lyrics formed in my head, and they'll go on to recite like 4 lines that rhyme, and I thought that was the cutest stuff. But now looking back, I'm like, yes, exactly.
Amen. So anything that boys aren't
Romantic.
come here. Or you finished the trilogy, like the whole
Yes.
set.
And I do want to finish the trilogy again because I actually forget what happens. Because it's literally when I was 15. So what is that?
Pero sa trilogy na to, it
I don't
wrapped
remember.
nicely. Oh.
That's why the mystery is still there. I don't know if that's a good, because maybe if it was really good, I remember, but I really.
Or maybe it's a good time because you had so much more memories.
Yeah, that's
So,
true.
yeah.
That's my thing.
But I did not this, even if I was a Twilight lover then.
It was never like super mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it never hit main popularity.
Oh.
But yeah, I thought it was really cute. She brown and speckled too, so that's the age reveal right there. But yeah, I just like the way that books can also hold memories. Like
Yeah.
I look at this book and I can remember how I was as a teen and
Yeah.
like what life was like back then. How about you, babe? What's your first romance book pick?
Romance book pick. I'll pick something that we both read.
Okay.
Happy Place
Yeah.
by Emily. Itong book na to. Tapos itong first venture natin into book talk.
Yeah.
And then mag-release. So expensive. It's like 1,000 pesos halos.
Really?
Yeah, girl. 950 something. Pina-reserve ko pa siya.
Wow.
Sa fully book. Like, I'm gonna pick it up sa branch nyo once it releases. Blah, blah, blah. So I'm really excited to read this. But super disappointing for me as in.
I agree.
Kahit nga yung feel good na lang sana. Parang yung pinaka it's like, oh, it's like friends going on vacation.
Yeah.
And it's like yung sentimental vacation place pa for them. Pero hindi siya nag-delve into the whole friendship and everything. Parang in the end lang. And something from here and there lang. Pero wala, hindi ko na feel yung lalim ng friendship.
Wala. It's like a book created on a miscommunication trope.
Yep.
And I hate that. It's like, just talk to each other.
Yeah. And it's not even miscommunication kasi hindi talaga sila nag-usap. Period.
Yeah.
Like, period. And you were going to marry this person. Like, okay, I kind of get it. Siguro kasi,
Real talk.
when I was younger, parang, yung akala ko, if you end up with a person, you kind of set boundaries pa rin to preserve yourself or yung image mo to this person until you finally get married where you eventually know everything about each
them.
other.
Wala yung mystery.
Oo. So ako parang, I still keep things to myself. And then there were things that na I wasn't really honest about. Pero hindi naman sa nagalaya ko. Pero I'm afraid to admit out loud.
Or naging elusive lang in a way.
Oo. Kasi parang feeling ko, I will be more satisfied in my relationship if that.
Yeah. In a way, I kind of...
Diba?
Kasi you have a whole life to like know every itty-bitty detail about each other if you end up with that person.
Yeah.
So like maintaining that air of mystery or like parang new discovery as you grow and everything, kind of, it's nice.
Yeah. Tapos, parang I remember, may, sabi ni Heart Evangelista, parang, never let your husband see you pee or something like that.
Para mamayin yung mystery.
Oo, pero it's not really like that. Pero yung there are things that you still don't show to your partner.
I agree.
So doon naka-angkla yung buong trope na to na ashamed yung guy to tell the girl how he really feels. Na sana maayos naman nila.
Yes.
Pero they don't, like, sobrang clueless ng character. That's a thing. Like, the author really put blinders
on them.
Blinders sa kanila. Walang hints here and there. Parang it's really pinapahaba lang niya yung story.
Yes.
I hate when it's used in that way.
Me too. I have to agree talaga.
Yeah. Pero siguro, if I read this mga 4 or 5 years ago, I'll be like, oh yeah, I understand. I can relate. Lalo na kasi parang it's your pride na parang self-preservation instinct mo for that one. But now, like, unlocking yung vulnerability and being 100% honest in a relationship, parang it doesn't make sense to me anymore.
Yeah.
Na, how can you think of being a person na you can still have these things that you cannot admit to them?
Yeah. Like you're still barring honesty.
Yeah. So ano yung line ba doon?
True.
Diba? Feeling ko if we got hitched 4 or 5 years ago,
and then you find out
that's
all
us.
these things, you're like,
Pero if ever, I think okay lang din naman. Kasi as a married couple, you have to go through it together.
I guess depende on like what exactly it is that's being withheld.
Yeah. Pero this one, justifiable ba for you, sa guy? We're gonna spoil it na because we hated this book. You hate it. Not as much I do, I think.
I didn't hate it. I just got super frustrated.
O, spoil na nga natin.
Yeah, go.
So yung at the end, parang he just, I don't know if I remember this correctly, pero he wasn't earning and like he wasn't happy with his own job.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't enough for the girl.
main protagonist in this, she is well earning. She's in the medical field, right? She's like a doctor or something.
Nakalimutan na namin. Yeah.
And then he ends up being like a carpenter and like asking her to move over to where he is and give up her career. Okay, my darlings. Zeloso yung isa eh. And give up her career that she doesn't actually like.
Yeah.
Because her parents kind of, oh my goodness.
Alam mo, magaling talaga sa synopsis si Kat eh. Ako sa ano lang talaga.
Sa vibes.
Sa vibes.
Yeah, so like the main like complication at the end is like to pursue a guy who's gone on and done his thing and ends up earning good money naman.
Oo, pero she never found out, I think.
Like it was a weird ending.
Tapos
actually.
nag-break sila. Tapos never really talked about it. And na parang, if you're that strong of a couple from the very start and the author positioned way, bakit wala kayong, kung great love nyo ang isa't isa, bakit walang proper exit?
True.
Na hindi ba magto-talk kayo ng maayos?
Open-ended endings. Actually,
yeah, parang this book is really just bad. Ang daming toxic stuff. Pero there are worse stuff. There are worse books. Pero like,
it's just frustrating.
Napunta talaga agad sa recycle bin kasi hindi na ma-store ng brain ko. Like, okay, next book na. Pero yeah, tapos yung mix nila nung guy ng lack of communication nga, parang dun din among friends.
Yeah.
Na hindi rin pala sila nagsasabihan ng stuff. They haven't been super honest with
their
each other.
friends.
So, like, parang I wish the friends were played a more dynamic role in her life.
A safe space. Or just like to bring things up to the surface. Obviously, they could all see it. And then parang, hinayaan. Parang, why?
Parang they were going through their own stuff then.
Yeah.
Pero like, may sariling personality tong friend. Ito rin, sariling unique personality. Possible na mag-clash sila. Pero hindi ng author na incorporate yung friends talaga sa story niya, which could have had a fun dialogue na coming from this personality na friend and this one.
Yeah, the banter wasn't great.
Pangit, no? So,
as haters lang kami dito.
Ayoko na to. Yeah. I hate that book. Don't buy it. It's so expensive pa.
True.
Yeah, buti nga nag-share na lang kami doon ni Kat. So, dami namin unpacking. The unpacking. How about you, sis? Your next book?
The next book. Pawis ka na.
Naalala ko yung galit ko sa book na yan eh.
I was gonna insert 7 Days of June, but we already talked about that in our previous book episode, which is a romance that I really enjoyed. So go back and watch that if you want to know about it. The one that I'll talk about next is called Act Your Age, Eve Brown. It's a third book in a trilogy, but you don't need to read the other two. They're like standalone stories, each pertaining to a story about each of a sister. So there are 3 sisters, and this is the youngest. And I just thought the banter in this book was really nice. And it also discusses autism, and it was this book that I've seen representation and talk of like a love story between 2 autistic people, or people on the spectrum, I should say. And I enjoyed it. It was a fun read. The banter was quirky and like the characters were lovable, and it's the youngest child who has been like pushed out of her home because it's like, you always start these new projects and you never finish them, so make something of yourself. Make a name for yourself. So she goes to apply for a job at a bed and breakfast. And okay, come here. You clingy. Okay, tulog na. And upon entering the bed and breakfast, she has a horrible interview with the guy who owns it. Goes horrid. And then as she's leaving, she backs up and runs him over in her car. And it starts this really strange dynamic. It's almost like they don't hate each other, but they dislike each other, and then they grow to love each other. And it's
it's that trope, yung enemies to friends.
Yes, the lovers, the strangers.
Yeah.
Shut up. So it's cute. It's a lighthearted read. If you guys think that's up alley, I would suggest the other 2 I've read as well. The first and the second in the trilogy. Nothing life changing. I mean, this isn't life changing either, but this was the most enjoyable of the 3. Yeah, cute. He's cute. Yeah. What's your next?
My next book, okay. Okay, this one I really enjoyed.
Okay, from a hate to an enjoy.
Yeah. Okay, good feelings naman. The Light We Lost.
Oh, I don't know this one. Oh, this is the one you're telling me about. Okay.
Yeah. So, I grab anything na may Reese's book club because usually, ay,
They're
hindi na siya sticker. Talagang part siya ng cover, May commission ba si Reese Witherspoon
Baka
dito?
naman.
Diba? This one, it's, yung vibes niya, yun very, eto nga, nagulat ako, yun din sinabi sa likod na of me before you and one day. I love
Right.
Rosie.
I've never read the book. I've only seen the movie.
Ang kapal ng book na yun, sis. Kasi buong lifetime nila. So, ito yung mga types of love stories that you see it throughout the lifetime of the characters. Nakakamiss yung ganong romance novel.
It's a different type of yearning, no?
Yeah. So, okay, synopsis. Since, okay pa, fresh pa siya, and okay siya, like, approved siya sa akin. So, nakastore pa siya sa head ko. So, she met her great love in college. Like, great love talaga. Perfect love. Tapos, yung great love na to, yung guy, kailangan niya mag-respond to his vocation, his calling, which is to be a war photographer. Tapos, ayun, they have to let go of each other because he needs to go to war-torn areas to pursue photography. And then, the girl, parang syempre, ang hirap kasi you need to let guy be for his self-fulfillment. Kasi hindi siya buo bilang tao unless he can fulfill his career na yung mga achievements niya. Yeah, tapos he became a very successful photographer. And then si girl then super successful na producer ng kids show.
Oh, interesting.
Tapos the guy would always watch her shows and then they would practice the scripts together then. So parang ganun sila ka-vibe. And then, eventually the girl, they broke up. Tapos, the girl met this perfect guy on paper. Like, on paper, he can put order in my life. You know, he's a partner. We will function together. Basta super okay yung guy.
Yeah.
Pero, she always falls into the trap nga na, pero,
Yung great love
great
ko.
love ko, oo. Lalo na kung may small thing lang na mali yung guy or misstep. Even nga hindi nga mistake parang hindi lang yun yung hinahanap niyang reaction. It'll fall back to what would his reaction be.
Ang hirap
Like,
naman yun.
Oo.
Hindi naman fair sa ibang tao.
True. And nakakainis yung character. It'll tend to be like that kung ikaw yung reader. Pero it was written so carefully with so much intention na hindi siya careless. Kasi it could
you could
easily
see
be
the
so careless.
justification.
Oo. So, imagine mo, wartime photographer, tas kaka 9/11 lang nun. So, parang, hindi mo alam kung kailan siya babalik. Kung nagmi-meet man sila, yung alam mong yung premise niya is wala silang gagawing masama, ganun. Pero I feel bad for the perfect guy din. Pero, kinakabahan ka din na, he's too perfect. May mali ba siyang magagawa? Ganun.
True.
So, ang interesting lang ng, yung pag-thread ng author sa lines. Pero what I like is, rational yung justification per situation. Hindi siya yung parang yung ibang romance novel books na
But they just act out and you don't understand why did you
para
do
lang
that?
for the plot twist,
Yeah.
ganun. So, medyo star cinema ending. Pero,
Pag naman is I want to read it.
okay. Medyo star cinema ending siya, pero overall, the book's really nice. Yeah. Lalo na kung you're craving for yung ganong style of romance novels na hindi ko na mahanap masyado.
Yearning for your great love, the one that got away.
Yeah. So this one is...
We're gonna keep this. Yay! It's added to the shelf.
Yes.
I love that. A wartime photographer. That's so interesting. Okay, this one was a recommendation from Book Talk. It's really hyped. I think I remember like rating it a 3.5 star, which is not great,
bad.
but it's not bad either. It's just kind of a midway point. It's Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. This is a cult favorite, so don't come for me. This is a personal opinion. It's very romantic. I think in a romance novel, yung hook talaga for me is a man that communicates well.
How is it such an elusive trait among men?
I know. Like who write letters and really
Such
like
a rare
discuss their
specimen.
feelings.
Oh,
So the guy Ryan here is such a dreamboat. Like, he journals.
Ha! Oy, wala na. X na sa akin. Walang ganun.
Yun na nga, I think that's why my rating went a little lower, because it just felt a little bit fluffy at times. Like, the reality was lost.
Yeah.
I think in romances, like, I want to be so pulled into the story. I want to believe it. I want to see realism in it. Like, I want to be hooked into this. I want to be feeling like this is real life. And this kind of treaded into like, oh, that's sweet, oh, that's so unrealistic kind of territory. But yeah, a dreamboat of a main male character, for sure. And they communicate through letters. Kaya, it's called yours truly.
Ano yung cringe part ba doon?
I don't know. Like, I just feel maybe it's because, like, growing up in the age that we are, where we have so many forms of communicating. Like, we can do phone calls, we can do texts, we can do, like, all these type of messaging. Whereas in, like, back in the day when it was, like, letters, it would feel like there is that sense of yearning, because that there's that anticipation. You're not going to get an instant gratification. You're not going to know the answer
and
right
you can
away.
take it back.
Yeah. Whereas, like, this is set in modern time, and they're writing letters to each other, and they work in the same workplace. So it just felt kind of unrealistic. I mean, because, like, usually it would play out like, oh, let's just get on the phone with each other. Let's just hang out. They do it through letters.
Yeah.
That's also unrealistic for me. I guess, yeah. I think it's a personal thing. You should read it. See if you like it.
May trust issues na ako eh. Hindi kasi yung mga book talk na romance novels.
Oh my god, it steers you so wrong sometimes.
Yeah.
We have to talk about that one that we both abominably hate.
Meron, nandito sis.
You have the physical?
Yeah.
Oh.
Kindle copy ka? Yeah. I have a physical copy that we burn at the stake. So yun na ba ina-next ko?
Okay, go.
Oh my gosh, this book. And I saw a lot of copies nito sa
all. Whoever recommended this online, I'm judging you all.
Sa Manila International Book Fair, was like, gusto ko iwan ng post-it na please don't this book.
As in, grabe!
So, ganung template pa rin. The author will mold out the dream guy for you.
But is he really?
I think yung toxic thing about this pagka-dream guy niya is yung parang kasi mute yung guy, tapos yung pala gwapo siya.
My
tapos,
troubled past.
Tapos sakto si girl, siya din yung marunong siya mag-sign language. So nung napunta siya sa town na yun, siya lang yung nakakausap ng guy. Parang it's just too convenient masyado. I know that love is miraculous and may times na nun. Parang gets ko. Pero hindi lang siya nasulat ng ganun kaganda. What I do like about this book is the spice. It's really good spice. So
Good soup.
it's good soup. I'm gonna slurp up that soup. But that's the only good thing about it. So, kasi parang masyado ng sorry, the Colleen Hoover lovers.
I haven't read any of her stuff.
I read one. Like it ends with us. Yung ba yung start? Pero, yeah. Siguro jaded na ako masyado sa books ng ganong type. Like yung Colleen and then yung ganitong template. Kasi yung parang, wow, sobrang naka-fixate. Sobra tong guy na to sa'yo for some reason. Yeah. Gusto ko may reason.
And I think what I hated about this book, though, is like, it felt like it took advantage of the trauma, but never delved into it properly. Like, it just seemed like very convenient trauma. Because, like, the girl has panic attacks, right? And then parang, it's like, as long as I'm next to him, I can sleep at night. I'm not kept up by my nightmares. Chama. And I was like, that's incredibly convenient. Like, I don't know. It made the trauma feel like a tool to use. And I don't feel like real trauma functions that way. And it felt like an injustice the way that it was written. So I got so frustrated reading it. It was just like, I felt like the author was just utilizing trauma and complicated backgrounds to serve this weird romance that I didn't even buy. So I thought it was so odd. Well, I was like so fussed reading it. I was like, book talk. I hate you right now. I spent my money on this book.
Yeah, this is 951 pesos. I want my money back. Sorry, baby boo. Yeah, but now that you mentioned it, ganun nga rin, even Colleen Hoover, ganun din siya gumamit ng trauma. Na parang,
Yes.
yung trauma mo makes you unique and therefore makes you lovable and then therefore, yeah. Pero like, sort it out, guys.
Yeah,
Like,
it's advantageous
Oo.
sometimes. Or it's like, just throw trauma in there.
Tapos even the guy, di ba? The guy's a social pariah. Tama ba? Social pariah.
Wow.
He's a social pariah. So
Yeah.
parang ayaw siya ng mga tao. Tapos parang yung history din niya.
Outcast daw siya
And
dahil
unwanted siya.
Yes.
Tapos, ay, naalala. It's all coming back. It's all coming back to me now. Nasa record bin lang pala, hindi pala empty trash. That does not deserve to be there. After this, delete ko na talaga siya.
Oh,
Pero
empty
like,
trash can.
Ayun nga, like yung sabi mo, may trauma si girl, kaya lumipat siya sa new town.
Yeah, she needed to get away.
Oo, tapos si guy, ang lalaki din ang trauma niya. So, nag-trauma bond sila, pero never sorted out. Parang, and a person is never the solution to any
Yes.
problem. I swear. Kasi diba, that's the worst kind
Yeah,
na,
it's a blanket solution.
Yeah.
It's like, you complete me, but it's like, if you have real underlying issues and trauma, I mean, who doesn't? Like, you need to like sort that out yourself. You can't expect being with this person solves all my problems and I'm gonna be okay as long as they're by my side. Like, sis, no.
yeah, because you're happy, honeymoon stage, pero after that, when the imperfections arise, you're like, shucks, hindi pala siya enough of a solution to my problem. So, yeah, that's a not good part of this book. Kasi para in the end, they kind of built a world for themselves then, like, they like staying in their cottage. It's isolated
at
from,
the end
yeah.
of Coastal Road.
Yeah, so
It's really weird.
hindi nila na-face talaga yung problems together. Pero it's filled with like hot guys. This diner. So it's like, pag maging waitress lang ako na cute, tapos biglang may hot guy na police. Bam! Ganon.
And then they're like
Then
weirdly
pinag-aawayan,
related na
oo.
other family. Weird.
Na siya pala yung tunay na ano.
Yeah.
Ay, Lovers of Precious Hearts Romance, baka magustuhan niyo to. Binibenta po namin ng 500 pesos.
Deal na yan. Kasi pili ko mahal yan sa bookstore. Kasi
951 pesos nga. Yeah, so medyo masama loob ko dito. Lalo na, nung nakita ko siya sa fully book, parang, ay shucks, ano na siya, bihira ka makahanap ng copy, I gotta get it. Tapos biglang, I need I need my time back. So,
Kaya minsan, kapag makikita nyo ng recommendation sa TikTok, another one in the trash can.
yeah.
Take it with a pinch of salt. Like maybe if you can find book talkers that speak highly of books that you also like, they're like good people to stick with their recommendations. Because like books are like movies. Like you'll have people be like, "This is the best movie I ever watched in my life," and then you watch it and it's like, "That was terrible." So it's just the same with books. Don't ask me what accent that was, but I'm here for the entertainment.
Meow meow cat accent.
Meow meow.
Pero we won't nag-judge pala kami, charot. Hindi, pero I get it, like, if you like those books, kasi it's simple to read, lalo na if you just need to get out of a reading slump. Pero here we are, you're at Nicole and Ate Kat to recommend better books for you. Ito yung last book ko. If you're into yung Colleen Hoover, you dipped your toes sa mga romance novels, easy to read, I will recommend Taylor Jenkins Reid as a level up. Kasi, siya yung, Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo.
And you just read this recently, diba?
This one, last year.
Okay.
So, this one is a really good book after I Do. And meron siya yung My One True Loves din. Merong series pa or movie yung One True Love sa Prime Video ata. Movie, pangit, huwag niyo panoorin, basahin niyo na lang. Kasi, yung what's special about Taylor Jenkins Reid is she understands the nuances in relationships. Yung complexities niya. So, it's a heavily conversational book. And yung response niya is very human and sometimes unexpected, but dun niya napapasok yung true characters ng mga tao sa book niya based on their response. Na, you thought na they would react this way, which is unusual na template ng books, pero she would do it differently. Parang so much depth to that character. I would be like, pero yung character niya parang, ganon.
Interesting.
Diba? But yun yung review ko, emojis.
Yeah, and sound effects.
So yeah, read Taylor Jenkins. Read if you want good romance.